Good evening, America. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk, a fiery voice in the MAGA movement and close ally of President Donald Trump, was gunned down in what authorities are calling a targeted political assassination. The 31-year-old founder of Turning Point USA was speaking at a university event when a single shot ended his life. As the manhunt intensifies and new details emerge, questions swirl. Who did this and why? Was it politically motivated? Stay with us as we break down the timeline, the investigation, and the outpouring of grief that's uniting and dividing the country. This is a story of loss, rage, and the fragile state of our discourse. Let's dive in. It all unfolded yesterday, September 10th, 2025, on the campus of Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. A place typically buzzing with student life, not gunfire. Charlie Kirk was there as part of his high-energy American Comeback Tour, a 14-city fall swing aimed at rallying young conservatives and debating hot-button issues. Picture this. Kirk, known for his quick wit and unapologetic takes, was seated at his signature Prove Me Wrong table. It's a setup where he invites anyone, students, skeptics, even opponents, to challenge him on topics like gun control, immigration, or election integrity. The event was open, lively, drawing a mix of supporters and curious onlookers. Around 12:20 p.m. local time, the atmosphere shattered. Kirk was mid-sentence, responding to an audience member's question about mass shootings. An ironic twist that no one could have foreseen. Suddenly, a sharp pop echoed across the outdoor venue. Eyewitnesses described chaos erupting in an instant. Screams filled the air as Kirk recoiled in his chair, clutching at his neck. Video footage captured by attendees shows the moment, the crowd ducking, people scrambling for cover, and Kirk slumping forward. It was clear something catastrophic had happened. First responders rushed to the scene, but Kirk was transported not by ambulance, but in a private vehicle to nearby Timpanogos Regional Hospital. There, despite frantic efforts by medical staff, he was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. The cause? A single gunshot wound to the neck, fired from a distance. Authorities later confirmed the shot came from the rooftop of the Losi Center, a building directly opposite the event stage, about 200 yards away. Surveillance and bystander videos show a shadowy figure fleeing across the roof, ducking low to avoid detection. It was precise, calculated, not the work of an amateur, experts say. Who was Charlie Kirk? To understand the magnitude of this loss, let's step back. Born in Illinois, Kirk burst onto the conservative scene at just 18, founding Turning Point USA in 2012 amid the Tea Party wave. He quickly became a powerhouse, mobilizing young voters with campus chapters, social media savvy, and unyielding support for Donald Trump. Kirk played a key role in Trump's 2024 victory, energizing the base with his podcast, rallies, and debates. He wasn't just an activist, he was a family man, married to Erica Francevay since 2021, father to 2 young children. Friends describe him as passionate, faith-driven, always ready to engage ideas head-on. Vice President JD Vance, in a heartfelt tribute on X, called him a dear friend who inspired millions and was fascinated by ideas, always willing to learn. Vance wrote, "You ran a good race, my friend. We've got it from here." It's a sentiment echoed by many in the GOP. As night fell on September 10th, the investigation kicked into high gear. Utah Department of Public Safety Commissioner Bo Mason labeled it a targeted attack, emphasizing that only one shooter was involved. 2 individuals were briefly detained and questioned, but released without charges. No ties to the crime. The focus shifted to the rooftop perch. Forensic teams scoured the area, finding footprints and other evidence. By this morning, September 11th, a breakthrough. Investigators recovered a bolt-action rifle in a nearby wooded area, believed to be the murder weapon. CNN's chief law enforcement analyst John Miller noted the shooter's methodical and patient nature. a lone operator who left minimal traces. Then, just hours ago, the FBI escalated the hunt. From their Salt Lake City field office, they released 2 surveillance images of a person of interest. The photos show a young white male, early 20s with short brown hair, dressed in a black hoodie with an American flag graphic, jeans, sunglasses, and a gray hat, blending seamlessly into the campus crowd. He was spotted arriving around 11:52 a.m., about 30 minutes before the shot rang out. The FBI's special agent in charge, Robert Bowles, urged the public for tips, offering a $100,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. We have good video, sources say, but they're holding back full footage to protect the investigation. FBI Director Kash Patel and Deputy Director Dan Bongino are en route to Salt Lake City for a press conference tonight, signaling the gravity of the case. Eyewitness accounts paint a harrowing picture. Skylar Baird, a student just 15 feet from Kirk, told CNN affiliate KUTV he heard the pop and knew immediately it was fatal. Security was there for close threats, like someone rushing the stage, Baird said, but it was just a normal campus day. No one expected a sniper. He praised Kirk's intent. He was here for conversation to bridge divides. But divides are exactly what this act exposes. Utah Governor Spencer Cox called it a political assassination, a term that's fueling speculation about motives. No official motive has been released, but Kirk's prominence, his criticisms of the left, his Trump ties, has led to theories of ideological hatred. The political fallout has been swift and intense. President Trump addressed the nation in a raw 4-minute Oval Office video last night, his voice laced with grief and fury. "This is a dark day for America," he said, blaming radical left rhetoric for inciting violence. Trump linked it to his own July assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania, vowing, "My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity." It's a promise that's rallying his base, but drawing criticism from across the aisle for inflaming tensions. Vice President Vance, set to travel to Utah tomorrow with his wife Usha, will meet Kirk's family and escort his casket back to Arizona on Air Force 2. It's a gesture of solidarity, underscoring Kirk's impact on the administration. Bipartisan condemnation has poured in, from Democrats offering prayers to Republicans demanding justice. On social media, hashtags like #Justice for Charlie Kirk trend, with an outpouring of tributes and calls for unity. Yet, amid the grief, there's anger. How could this happen on a college campus? Why wasn't security tighter for such a polarizing figure? As the sun sets on this tragic chapter, the manhunt continues. The suspect armed, dangerous, and still out there. Over 130 tips have flooded in, but authorities need more. If you have information, call 1-800-CALL-FBI or submit digitally. This isn't just about one man. It's about the safety of free speech in a divided America. Will this bridge gaps or widen them? We'll keep you updated as details emerge. America, tonight we mourn Charlie Kirk, a voice silenced too soon. What does this mean for our politics? Share your thoughts below. Was this preventable? Hit like if you're following the story, subscribe for real-time updates, and turn on notifications. Stay safe out there. Good night.